Now, sometimes you want more detailed insights. You don't just want to console log something. When using React Native, especially also with Expo, you got some additional tools. Now for this, let's press question mark here in our terminal where we started npm start to see a full list of available shortcuts we can use whilst this npm start process is running. So you just need to activate this terminal, this console, by clicking into it, and then you can use the shortcuts you see here to trigger certain things. For example, we did press A to open the app on Android or I to open it on iOS before. You can, for example, also press R to force a reload. I also did that before. Now, what's quite interesting is that you can also press M to toggle a menu. To be precise, a developer menu. If you press M here, this menu opens up on one of the two emulators, which you can also open by pressing Command D on iOS or Command or Control M on Android. Alternatively, press M here in the terminal to open it, as you saw. And then in this developer menu, you can also force a reload. You can go back to the homepage of your app here, but you can also do a couple of other things. For example, you can debug JavaScript remotely. If you click on this, a new tab in Chrome should open up. And in that tab, you can open up the Chrome developer tools. And in those developer tools, you can, for example, see network requests made by your app. At the moment, our app isn't making any network requests, but you could see network requests made by your app here if it's reaching out to some backend or anything like this. Here we just see some development and debugging assets which are downloaded. And you also see a console where you can see the log messages your app might be generating. For example, if I go back to my code here and I re-add console log goal input here in the goal input component and I save this, in that console you should also see output generated by the running app. If you don't see it here, you might need to force a reload or even restart the iOS app. I did have problems with that before. It can be a bit clunky, but ultimately you should see some output here as well. Now, this is just an additional way of looking into your app, and especially having a look at the network requests could be something that is interesting. Now, you can at any time, of course, stop remote debugging to go back to the old state, like this. It's just an addition, not something you have to use all the time, and probably not something you want to use all the time.